Two perfect teams, one court. No way both survive. That's the reality tonight. Somebody's streak dies, and it's going to happen under the brightest lights of the season. The tension isn't about hype anymore. It's about survival. Who bends first? Who breaks? That's the only question hanging in the air. Philadelphia steps in like a team with unfinished business. Every past clash in this rivalry left them bruised and doubted. Tonight is different. They are healthier, sharper, and carrying the hunger of a group that refuses to be pushed around again. For them, this is more than just a game. It's a chance to flip years of pain into payback. Tampa walks in with swagger, proud of the history they hold, but history can't save them once the ball goes up. Every dribble, every drive, every single possession is about proving who owns the moment. And when the pressure explodes, the crowd will not just watch it, they will feel it. This isn't a matchup anymore. This is a fight to see who keeps the crown. Don't forget to subscribe to Redone Report for more powerful NFL stories. The energy doesn't stay locked on the court. It spills into the stands, into living rooms, into every corner where fans are watching. This battle has turned into a full-on event where the noise of the crowd feels like an extra player pushing the pace. Every chant shakes the floor. Every roar after a bucket fuels the fire. The passion is so high that it blurs the line between game and spectacle. Supporters aren't just cheering, they're competing too. Predictions, debates, and giveaways tie them straight into the outcome, making them part of the story. When fans put their voices and choices on the line, the stakes grow heavier. Suddenly, it's not just about players proving themselves, it's about a city staking its pride. That pull creates pressure on both benches. Every timeout feels louder. Every substitution gets judged in real time. The fans are living this fight second by second, and their belief can swing momentum just as much as any run on the floor. With that kind of force behind them, the game shifts from being a matchup to becoming a movement. Before a single point is scored, the injury sheet changes everything. Lineups that looked steady all week suddenly shift, and game plans have to bend on the fly. One side gets key names back, the other loses an anchor at the worst possible time. That imbalance tilts the matchup even before the opening tip. For Philadelphia, the spotlight falls on a rookie pushed into the fire. It's hard to hear. No soft landing, no easing in, just a direct test against one of the league's most dangerous attacks. It's the type of moment that can either expose a weakness or reveal a star in the making. Every possession he plays will feel like a gamble. Tampa, on the other hand, welcomes back proven pieces that bring confidence and stability. Having familiar weapons ready changes the rhythm of the offense and gives their leader more room to operate. The return of that strength makes the challenge steeper for Philly, and it sets the tone for a clash where depth and durability will matter as much as skill. The court isn't the only battleground. The conditions outside add another layer of pressure. Heat that drains energy, humidity that sticks to every breath, and the looming chance of storms all mix into a challenge no stat sheet can measure. When nature itself joins the fight, even the strongest rosters feel tested. For Philadelphia, the adjustment is brutal. Training in controlled settings can't fully prepare for the wave of Florida air that hits like a wall. Extra sessions, tighter routines, and focus on recovery become just as important as the game plan. Survival is no longer about minutes played, it's about how long the body can hold up. Tampa thrives in this climate, treating it as part of their identity. They know how to pace themselves, when to push, and when to conserve. That comfort gives them an edge, but it also creates pressure to prove they can truly capitalize on it. If the visitors manage to withstand the heat, the psychological edge swings back instantly. Pressure is the weapon that can change everything in seconds. When a defense decides to attack instead of react, the floor tilts. Passing lanes vanish, dribbles feel tighter, and mistakes multiply fast. That kind of blitz doesn't just test skills, it tests composure. For Philadelphia, this is the challenge that has haunted them before. A quick double on the ball handler, a trap in the corner, and suddenly the rhythm collapses. To survive, every player has to see the floor, communicate faster, and trust the system without hesitation. One slow read can flip the scoreboard. Tampa leans into this style with confidence, using speed and timing to force turnovers that fuel their offense. It's a gamble, but one they've used to break teams early. The question now is whether the Eagles have grown enough to punish those risks, or if the same script will play out once more. And now, Games like this always come down to who rises when the spotlight burns the brightest. Talent across the roster matters, but the stars carry the weight when everything gets tight. Their decisions, their shots, and their presence shift the confidence of everyone around them. For Philadelphia, the belief is simple. Get the ball into the hands of their difference makers early. When their top scorer is aggressive, the offense opens wide, spacing clears, and the rhythm follows. It is not about touches, it is about trust, and the team knows who they must lean on when the game hangs in the balance. Tampa brings their own firepower. Steady names who have delivered in pressure before. They carry the kind of calm that only comes from experience. But even veterans know this stage is different. One-star performance can tilt the night, but failing to match the other side's punch can turn control into collapse. A perfect record looks flawless on paper, but numbers don't always tell the whole story. Wins can hide cracks, and close escapes often reveal more than blowouts. 3 straight victories set the tone, yet the way they came leaves questions that won't go away until tested by a tougher opponent. For Philadelphia, this is the chance to expose those soft spots. They know Tampa has leaned on late breaks and narrow margins, and that opens the door for pressure. Build a lead, control the tempo, and force their rival to play from behind. That's how the truth comes out. Tampa's job is to prove the start wasn't smoke and mirrors. Each possession will be judged as evidence of whether their 3-0 mark shows strength or luck. The moment they step on the floor against a team just as unbeaten, excuses disappear, and the record either hardens or cracks under fire. Big games don't just test players, they test the people calling the shots. Every timeout, every rotation, and every late adjustment becomes a decision that can swing the outcome. When the margin is razor thin, coaching either becomes the reason for victory or the excuse for failure. For Philadelphia, the spotlight sits heavy on their leader on the sideline. Conservative calls and slow adjustments have drawn frustration, and this matchup gives no room to hide. The talent is there, but it only matters if the plan lets it shine. Fans and players alike want answers, not safe choices. Tampa's staff leans on history and confidence, but even they know momentum shifts quickly in games like this. One wrong read, one stubborn call, and the edge is gone. In the end, this clash isn't only about records. It's about who has the courage to guide their team when the heat is at its highest. Blessings to all my Red Zone Report subscribers, family. Your support means everything. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and I to catch you in the next one.